All right, I'm going to class for a minute. All right, now I gotta get to this. All right, ready? Here. Testing, testing, testing. All right, here we go. Broadcast. Boom. DNAradio.net presents the Queen Mother Lois Show, live from Los Angeles, California. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. Every first Saturday of every month with her co-host, Nate Ski 225. Queen Mother Lois speaks about the real Black history from yesterday to the present. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. With Queen Mother Lois, get educated. Know your history. Know your truth. Queen Mother Lois is on you. Huh? All right, party people, are you ready for the show? Like my man said, Queen Mother Lois Show. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Want to say greetings to our friends in New York, to our producer, DNA, to Andy Lee, and to Warbucks, and our friends across the country and in the Carolinas.
Oh, that's right. Nigeria.
Yes.
Uganda. Ukraine. Peter Reimer. Everybody out there who listened to the
Texas.
Queen Mother Lois Show from Texas.
Okay, and we have people over there in Oklahoma. We have people down there in Louisiana.
That's right.
And we have
Atlanta.
Yeah, we have friends everywhere.
Everywhere around the world.
And we also in California.
And we are in California. We got people out here listening to us right now. We are on Facebook, Andy Lee Facebook. Check us out on Andy Lee's Facebook. We will be on YouTube. We are on YouTube, DNA on YouTube. On Instagram, we'll be on there maybe in another 7:15 California's time and 10:15 Eastern time. We'll be on Instagram. So on Instagram, we are on DNAradio.net. Check us out. And hey, we're going to start the show off. Somebody keep hitting us up, but who cares? That's on that phone. All right, here we go. Are you ready? I'll play one song. This is what's going on in the crazy world. Only half of it. And then we're going to say, I'm going to play something different.
This world is horrible. We need to make this a better place. Stop with the hate, killing, and lies. Let's not discriminate. Let's love our brothers and friends and make peace, not loose ends. Maybe we'll just be better off if we confess our sins. But everybody's in denial about the real thing. Nobody wants to speak up and tell their real feelings. This recession and depression affected all of us. And I don't want to leave our problems to burn in the dust. Babies getting aborted, people killing each other. He's a Crip and you a blood, so we still brothers. I think we need Christ to give us power to heal another, or at least give us peace of mind to make us love another. This troubled world needs change, and I'll stand up for it. I want to stop all the violence and let the peace end. But will I stand alone? If I do this, I won't fit in. A troubled world is a world that we all live in.
Troubled world. This is a troubled world. I got a lot on my mind. Time is to waste. You're wasting my time. Drug, sex, white line. Control, fuse, mind. Take it upon myself. The change to pass. You out of down with me. All I'm busting up your game. Yeah, sleep sucker. Go ahead and laugh. But a true righteous brother walking God path. Deliver wild style, far from mile. But I have to come this way to reach the child. So accept the facts and don't be gullible. I'm only here to reach your child. Trouble world. Come on.
I want to.
All right, troubled world. That's what we're talking about right now. But we're going to talk about some good news from Africa. That's our story. Historious return of Africa, of people who left back in the day. Now in April 20.
Slavery time.
Huh?
They left back.
Slavery time, right, slavery time. They're going to have the doors of no return from Uganda, Africa, 400 plus years in America, August 5th to the 14th, 2019.
Okay, and August 2019, exactly 400 years after the arrival of the first recording landing of the slave ship in Virginia, which saw the corporation acceleration of the horrendous middle passes. Hundreds of the descendants of former enslaved African will make the Trump triumph return to land of our ancestors.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going.
So this is about 400 years after they left, so Africa invited us back.
Right.
For the return is exactly 400 years since they left, and so it's supposed to be historic. They have a lot of people going. They have a lot of stars going over there, and they're making them chiefs and different things, and they're gonna let them go in the door that they came out of.
Okay.
The last thing you seen when you left Africa was the door of no return.
Right.
And most people that go over to Africa, they take a picture, and looking out, all you see is the water, and they come out of a cave. That's where they kept them before they put them in a slave ship.
Okay. So they're going back. Wish we could go, but
Yeah.
return next year.
So anyway, so they're going to be gone for, I think it's a week. Is it?
Yeah, August 5th to the 14th. That's
Yes.
about a week and a half, huh?
Yeah, 5 or 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me give you the headlines. What we're going to be talking about today.
Okay.
A billionaire pay off the debt of the college loan.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yes. And how to turn $1 million into 30 million.
Wow.
Okay, and Nipsey Russell, how many orders he got for his clothing over there in Inglewood. Yes. How many orders he got?
$10 million?
Yes.
He got 10 million orders?
Yes. He's on the internet now. And they found a noose in the museum that we went to, the Black Museum
that we went to.
DC.
Yeah.
They found a noose in there. A lynching noose.
Oh, this world, man. I mean, look, if y'all out there hate us black folks and brown folks or global majority, you know what? If you hate us that bad, leave us the hell alone, because we are not bothering y'all. It's a shame that y'all just hate for no reason. I mean, putting a noose inside the museum and being coward and leaving it there. Well, if you don't like us so much, stay there and let people know that you are the hater. Then we will know who you are. I mean, leave it there and you'll run away. You're a coward.
And they have a new kind of trial for that police officer in New York that dealt with the Earl Gardner guy. About the guy
out there in Long Island.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, out there in Long Island. Yeah,
they got something coming up about that.
Yeah, I hope they need to lock them up. Only way that's going to stop people of killing black or global majority of black and brown people, only way it's going to stop, we need the city. If anybody out there listening to me for the city and the state, you need to sue the police officer union. You hit them in the pocket, it will stop. Stop suing the city. Stop suing the state. Sue the police union. When they realize they're losing their money, it will stop. That's what Johnny Cochran did. You need to understand that. As long as you keep suing the city and the state, they're going to keep doing the same old thing. I'm feared for my life. How you going to fear for your life? Hey, did you see the one about the, let you go ahead, I'm going to show you the one I heard about.
14 African countries are forced by our friends, the country France, to pay the colonial tax.
They paid it?
They have to pay.
Africa.
Africa got to pay for being colonized by the French. Okay, we will be talking about that. So in the second half of the show, we'll be talking about what's going on in Africa, what's going on about the fish in Africa. That's a problem too.
What?
Between China and the African countries about the fish.
China just...
Yeah. And also we will be talking about Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Okay. Remember the movie with Don Cheadle played in what's called Hotel Rwanda?
I think I might have seen that.
They was killing each other. The Tutus and the Hootses. They was killing each other, and all. They killed 1 million people. They had a war, but that town is completely changed. So anyway, those are our headlines, and we will be talking about Africa in the second part of the show. Thank you so much.
Okay, people, we got and then we will set the phone up for a few minutes. Maybe it's 7 o'clock now. I say by 7:15 we'll set the phone up, and if you want to call in, you'll have time to call in. We're gonna set up for 7:15. The number is 909-352-0037. 909-352-0037. We're gonna set it up in 7:15. We'll take it from 7:15 to 7:30. Phone calls.
Also, we would like for you to subscribe to our show.
Oh yeah, subscribe on the
Very
YouTube.
important. It helps our show when you subscribe to it.
Right, subscribe to it on Queen Mother Lois, and then you subscribe on the Nateski 225, the True School Show Independent Playlist on DNAradio.net YouTube. I think that's really YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This billionaire investor Robert F. Smith commitment to pay off the student loan debt for the graduates of the historically Black Morehouse College covers millions of dollars, the school said.
Mm-hmm.
When you have to service debt, the choice about what you can do in the world are constrained.
Right.
So Smith gives them the liberty to follow their dreams, their passions. Thomas told CNN on Monday that the exact amount of student loan debt to be covered was still being calculated. I think they said 400 up. Did they say 40 million?
40 million.
Yes. Okay. Now, if you get a loan to go to college, some people who are Social Security age,
Mm-hmm.
they take it out your Social Security check.
Wow.
If you still owe for their college loan.
Wow, nothing.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord for that.
And so, like, my son told me that when he went to Job Corps, his friends who went to college are still paying off their loan. So how many years he been out of school?
Yeah, long time.
He's 60 years old now.
That's a long
You know what I'm
time.
saying? So, I mean, and then they have to pay the interest rates on the loans and everything. So these people here were blessed.
Yeah, they are blessed. And I heard that the students there, I think it's 2 of them or 3 of them, said what they're going to do is the money that they was going to use to play their students, they're going to invest in giving it back where somebody else.
Oh, okay, pay it forward.
Right.
He told them to pay it forward.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about LeBron James.
LeBron James. Okay, LeBron James made $35 million investing in Blazer Pizza, so I had to try it out.
He invested $1 million.
He invested $1 million.
And look what it went to.
Oh, he invested $1 million.
Yeah.
Oh, he made $35 million.
Yes.
I thought it was his pizza in there. Wasn't his?
It's a company.
Oh, it's a company. Okay, LeBron James invested in Blaze Pizza in 2012, and now Blaze have become the fastest growing food chain in the United States of all time. Whoa.
That's a wonderful investment.
So who's my thing is, who owns it?
It's a company that owns it, but you know he wanted to have franchises. You know what franchises are?
Yeah, but I'm saying, I mean, my thing is like
he's the original investor.
Right. So I mean, my thing is he's investing to the pizza.
Yes.
We know we are more consumers than anybody.
Yes.
So my thing is, if he's doing that, hopefully they got some brothers and sisters working for the company.
Oh, I'm sure they do in the pizza parlors.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, because they could take our money.
They showed them on television one day at the pizza parlor.
I mean, I want to see not just one black. We need about 6 or 7 in there on all the stores.
Yes.
Because they could say they got one.
Well, find out where they have one in this neighborhood.
Yeah, I need to find out where they got one out here.
Go in there and check it out.
Yeah, I need to check it out because I want to see, because they always doing that.
Well, you know, LeBron's haven't forgot who he is.
Yeah, no, yeah,
so
no,
I'm
yeah.
sure he's gonna insist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna insist on that.
Cause that's what I want to go check it out. I want to find out where it's at out here in Cali.
Okay, we have Nipsey Russell. His store that we passed by last week,
right?
It's closed down right now because they're doing everything on the internet.
Oh, okay, that's good though.
And since he has passed, he have had $10 million in orders.
Wow. Yeah, so
And he's trying to fulfill it because they hadn't made that many clothes yet.
right. Yeah, so they working on making the clothes for them.
They're working on getting the deliveries ready and everything, and it's called Marathon Clothing. So you go on the internet if you want to get it.
It's clothes.
The shirts are called Crenshaw,
Right.
and stuff like that. So that's wonderful. They say he also have invested into like one of those casinos in
in Vegas.
Washington. Yeah.
They're supposed to keep going at it.
Yeah, it's another thing. But they said his family said they was going to keep up the work that he started.
Yes, they have to.
Yeah, they should definitely do that. Now, this is about the police officer in New York. The New York City police officer faces internal disciplinary trial 5 years after Eric Garner's death. They waited 5 years for to done something, but they are doing something now.
They need to get, like I said, they need to get them, put the cops in jail, and everybody's saying there's good cops out there. If it's good cops out there, they need to speak up. To me, it's no good cops out there.
They said a judge cleared the way for a police disciplinary trial to begin next week for Pantaleo and the death of Garner. Pantaleo was the policeman. After rejecting his claim that police watchdog agencies don't have jurisdiction to prosecute the case, he still don't want nothing to happen.
Yeah, they
Yeah. They said Pantaleo was placed on desk duty. Investigations were launched. The medical examiner ruled Garner's death a homicide caused by police chokehold. That's what's on the coroner. That's what's on his death certificate. A homicide. That's death. That's murder.
Yeah, no, they killed him.
And then nothing happened. A grand jury declined to indict Pantaleo on criminal charges, facing a July deadline. Federal prosecutors didn't appear inclined to file civil rights charges either. They say he has remained on the city payroll, stripped of his gun and badge, but pulling in a healthy salary, peaking at more than $120,000 in 2017.
Ticketing?
Yes. That's how much he made in 1 year, $120,000. The NYPD argued the federal investigation was holding up Pantaleo disciplinary case. Last summer, however, the department decided to move forward anyway. It will begin 1,761 days after Garner's death.
Momo, how you doing? Thank you for watching. Momo, good evening to you too. Name Momo B. Monique B.
They say the NYPD chief surgeon ruled in 2014 that Pantaleo hadn't used a chokehold on Garner, contradicting the medical examiner finding.
These people.
That's what a doctor said.
Doctor said he didn't use a chokehold on him.
Yes, but the medical examiner,
yes, he
the
did.
coroner said he did.
Yeah.
So, the police union
like I
is
said,
very strong.
Like I said, you got to sue the police union. See, people keep the city and the state keep suing them, get their money. The people, you need to realize, sue the police union. You sue them, you tell the judge that, you tell the prosecutor that, sue the police union. If you sue the police union and they got to pay out of their pocket, everybody keeps suing them, they will get the cops locked up because they're losing money. But now they're not losing money because you keep suing the city.
Yes.
You suing your same people, us who paying taxes.
Yes.
You paying taxes.
Yes.
Your son get killed, you paying taxes, and they paying you off the same taxes you already paid.
You paying for it.
Yeah. What is this? So
nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
And the police union always come out strong.
Right. They come out strong because they ain't paying nothing.
They protect their policemen.
So we need to sue the police union. Everybody out there who listen to this show tonight, remember, tell your friends, tell everybody to sue the police union. That's why you got to vote for the in-house people, the people like your prosecutors, your judges, all that. The president is all right, but those the main one who handle everything else. So that's why we got to go vote. Don't think vote don't count. Look what they did in Florida. The people in Florida voted for the police, people who's in prison and got out of prison to vote, and what they do, the Republicans change around and go, okay, now you got to pay for your time you've been in there, and you got to pay your fee, a tax fee. Now they changing it. You see what I'm saying? So you talking about vote don't count? People, wake up, man. Wake up. That's right. This is just a show here on Queen Mother Lois show. The True School show is going to start talking on certain days. I'll let you know what day, when I have a special guest calling in, and we'll be talking about the same thing, because we need more out there talking about it. We have Joe Madison from Sirius XM. We have Karen Hunter. We have Lois Coates. We have my man Clay King. And then we have my main man, Godfrey Complex. So y'all just beware. We're going to be doing the same thing, because we need to get y'all to understand what's going on in this world, because they killing us every day. Did you hear about the other man got killed?
Which one?
This young man was in his living room.
He was in his own house.
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
No, I hadn't heard about that.
Oh, yeah. A young man was in his own house named, oh, man, I had to tip my tongue.
Okay. Why was he killed?
The cops saying Roundtree, his name was Roundtree, went to the wrong house.
Richard Roundtree?
No, he went around, but his name was not Roundtree. The man's last name was Roundtree. They say they went to the wrong house, and they was going to try to kill his buddy because his buddy did with drugs, but they shot through the screen.
They shot out. It was outside.
Yeah, they shot through the screen.
Okay. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what city that was in?
No, that's why I got to find out. I just saw him Joe Madison show. I missed the city.
You know, during Malcolm's time, he went to the United Nations.
Beck Morris, how you doing, cuz? What's up, cuz?
You know, the United Nations is supposed to be representing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Americans, the Afro-Americans have been here 400 years, and we still being mistreated.
Yeah.
They're killing all our young men.
All and ladies.
And this don't make any, and women's also. Yep. And this don't make any sense, because we should be treated as citizens.
Yep.
And so, like America want to go after other countries if they don't treat their people right, like they want to go after North Korea.
Yep.
They say they do like human abuse against their citizens. But what's going on against our citizens?
Yeah, same thing. Did you hear about what's happening in Korea?
I heard a lot of things what's happening in North Korea. I mean, Donald Trump and the guy.
They know the guy when they.
Oh, he done killed all his kinfolk. Oh my God! I heard in the news this morning.
Yeah.
They say he killed
all the people who made the summon for Trump,
when he
and
was there.
And it didn't go good, so he killed the people who did it.
He killed the head person who was a negotiator.
Yeah.
He killed all the people who was around him.
Yep.
That was there. I mean, you know, he killed his uncle too.
Yeah.
And his kinfolk.
Yeah.
So it's just because the thing didn't go through.
Right. He did that. He killed him.
You don't want to work for nobody who's gonna kill you.
and you got Mr. Slick. Now the orange Cheeto, we call him now.
Yes.
We call him Mr. Slick.
Yes.
On Joe Madison.
That's his new name.
Yeah, Mr. Slick. Mr. Slick, he go there and talk about people and don't realize my man just killing people.
I mean, you know, it's bad to go work for a person, you know.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and kill you.
It's amazing.
Can you refuse to work for them?
Yeah.
That's sort of like everybody who worked for Trump, you know, end up going to jail.
Yeah. And they will keep going to jail.
Okay. A noose was found in the National Museum of African American History and Culture.
And we've been there too.
Yes. That was a beautiful trip.
Yes, it was.
On Wednesday afternoon, tourists visiting the National. This happened on May the 31st.
That was just past.
I know.
Yesterday. Whoa, did you hear that? Yesterday they put a noose.
On Wednesday afternoon,
ain't that something?
Tourists visiting the National Museum of African American History and Culture found a noose in an exhibition on segregation. Park police came to investigate and remove the noose, and the exhibit gallery was reopened within 3 hours. The noose has long represented a deplorable act of cowardice and depravity, a symbol of extreme violence for African Americans. Today's incident is a painful reminder of the challenges that African Americans continue to face.
Yeah,
this don't make any sense.
No, it don't.
This is the museum we went to. It was a beautiful place.
You gotta put
and for someone to go in there and I mean, that just.
Yeah, okay, I got it up there now. Okay, people, you know, that's what's going on in this world. You know, it's a shame that we got cowards that go out there and put the noose up there at the museum because of skin.
Oh, you know, some school teachers done the same thing here in California.
They did the same thing.
Yeah, they got some school teachers.
Man.
They took a picture with a noose.
Oh.
Yeah, 4 school teachers and
man.
And was the principal with him? I would find you can go and do.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's a shame that we have this in 2019 and over a color, a skin. They hate us. Global majority. Now, global majority is black and brown people. Remember that.
4 smiling teachers posed
Ain't
with a
that
noose.
something?
Now they on leave along with the principal.
How are they on leave? Why don't they just fire them?
Yeah.
How are they gonna be on leave?
Then this is a teacher. I mean, these are your teachers at school. This happened here.
What part? Where in here? Let me see where they at. They don't say where.
They said California.
But what part of California?
I don't know.
Let me see. They say they don't say where.
Oh, Palmdale.
Oh man.
That ain't too far from here.
No, they ain't. Palmdale. Let me show you the pictures and you can see. I'll put on. It'll be on YouTube. You want to see it? YouTube can see it real good. Okay.
This is in California.
California. Let me put it in. Oh, here on Facebook.
So racism is growing back again. I mean, this is not down there in the Mississippi. This is
too
in
low.
California.
Too low. Go up. No, go up. Oh, I messed up. I got it down. I gotta put it up. Oh, up. I'm trying to get it. I can't get the picture on Facebook. No, I can't get it.
Well, don't worry about it.
I missed it. I had it before. I can't get it.
They can pull it up.
Yeah, well, they can pull up on 5/15/19, 7:37 a.m. And just go to Palmdale Elementary School. It's Summer Wind Elementary School in Palmdale. So you can bring it up, people, if you want to see it. You see the picture of these ladies with the noose, and they just act like it's funny. You know, that's what we have out here. We have a president that hates, so we got the world that's hating.
Since he came to be president.
Yeah, since he came president, all this hate that is coming out. So you don't know who you're working with. You might be working with somebody who hates you. You don't know that. I know I got a bunch of cousins that's teachers. Mm-hmm. You know, so watch who you dealing with, my cousins out there, because you don't know who you're dealing with. Some of the people just coming out the closet now. Okay, so what we got on the next menu? But we're gonna take a little break and play some music on the song say Trouble World. And here we go. Trouble World!
I wanna stop all the violence and let the peace in. But will I stand alone if I do this? I won't fit in. A troubled world is a world that we all live in.
A verse 1 behind me. A first paragraph I wrote describe me. From this point on, you will know how to find me. Once again, true black man and a sister.
Yo. All right, what's up? We got a phone call. Somebody calling us in. What's going on?
Yo, what up?
What's going on?
The Queen Mother Lois and Nick Ski. I'm just checking the show out. I'm loving it. It's serious. The world is serious out here, man. Make sure y'all vote, man. Make sure y'all pray, man. Because this world is coming to an end. All this hate, man. It's just crazy, man. So, yeah, I was just calling in to say salute to y'all, and I'm loving the show, and I want my boys. Say what up, fellas? What's up? You gotta have fun, people. You gotta have fun. Gotta have fun, man. That's my boy.
Yeah,
Don't be boring.
Now Okay, what is the boys' show starting next month? What is their show?
Oh yeah, it's coming soon, man. We just having a little technical difficulties right now for the world out there. But we can come with our show, Cool Cooking Squad Radio. Cool Cooking Squad Radio. Everybody listening, you can go to the YouTube page right now and check out the Cool Cooking Squad radio. And it's all Cool Cooking Squad spelled correctly.
And when it gonna start on the Saturday? What time on the Saturday?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be Saturday at noon for like 2 hours. It's either 2 hours Saturday or noon. You know, when you eat, you get up, you can watch your cartoons and listen to us. You know what I mean? There's a kids show for kids by kids. You know? Exactly.
How old are they?
How old are the kids?
They're 7 years old, about to be 8 September. What, fellas?
September
7th.
Something else was crazy.
What's crazy?
My birthday is September 17th, right?
Yeah.
My teacher's birthday is September 8th.
Yeah, that's a good look, man. But yeah, we were just checking in. I'm about to be on my way home. I'm tired. I had a long day at work. I worked from 11.
We will announce it again to our listeners who have children. They can listen to the show.
Right, and it's called the Cooking Twins, right?
Oh, they're gonna be cooking.
Yeah, Cool Cooking Squad. Basically, we're gonna be talking about kid stuff like bullying and what to do in that situations, and we're gonna talk about like healthy food you should eat so you won't eat all the wrong stuff and and leave this earth. We gotta take care of our bodies. And it's just gonna be a whole bunch of stuff, man, for the kids, by kids, and adults can listen too.
And don't drink soda.
Don't drink soda. Drink a lot of what?
Water.
Drink a lot of water.
That's good.
All right, for people,
all right, y'all take care.
All right.
And God bless everybody. And next year, I just text you. Turn Queen Mother Lois mic up because it's in my car. Her mic is low, so you just got to turn up her volume some.
Okay, I do that.
Okay.
All right. God bless y'all. Take care.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Peace.
I'm glad he called in because that's important to know. We talked about a lot of things already.
All right, let's try it out. See how mic is sounding good. Okay, let's we had a phone call.
1 2 3 1 2 3.
Mic is sounding good. Okay,
Is that an African song?
okay, now we are back up and now we are back. Let me see how she sound.
Okay, 1 2 1 2
Say it again.
1 2 1 2. Hello.
There you go.
Oh, this is perfect now. Yes.
Okay, we got it up now.
I hope they heard everything we talked about.
Oh, you heard, yeah, they said kind of low. Now you loud.
Okay. Because in the past, we talked about several issues.
Right.
We talked about the billionaire who paid off the college loans from the Morehouse College. And we talked about how to turn 1 million into 30 million. That was LeBron's.
Right.
And Nipsey Russell, he had $10 million worth of orders on the internet for his clothing store. And we found a noose in the Museum of Black History, and that's in Washington, D.C. So, and we talked about the New York City police officers having a trial again.
Right.
Okay, so I just turn your computers up a little louder. So anyway, get your pencils and write down some of my headlines that we will be talking about.
Okay, I'm looking for some music from.
I have one more while you're looking for it. It was a lady that was in Baytown, Houston. She was walking her dog one night about 11 o'clock. And the police came up to her and said he knew her. And he said he had a warrant for her and he wanted to arrest her. And she was walking the dog and she said, I want to go back to my apartment. And he told her, don't go anywhere. And then he started tussling with her and he killed her.
Yep. Now,
and she was a 44-year-old grandmother. She had mental health issues. And he knew where she lived because he had a beforehand knowledge of the woman.
Yes.
So they said he should have called for a woman police to come.
Right.
He didn't do that. He just took things into his own hands.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have to worry about her going nowhere because he knew where she stayed.
Yes.
They already had a knowledge, knowing a relationship with each other. So he just killed her. So this is a woman he killed.
Right.
So they just killed the black women like they kill the black men. You know, like it's just nothing. They fight pregnant women. I mean, they don't show no kind of respect. It's like a black person has no value to them.
No value at all.
Yes, this is the way they feel about it. It's just sad what's going on. And you have family members, and when they go out the door, you don't even know if you're going to ever see them alive again.
That's right. What we're going to do now, we're going to play a song from a lady that is from Nigeria. Nigeria or Uganda? No, yeah, Nigeria. And it's called Just the Color. And then we're on YouTube. We are on YouTube, and that will be DNAradio.net. And then on Facebook, we're on Andy Lee. Then we'll be on Instagram after the song. I'm going to play it now. And we're going to talk about, second part will be about Africa. All right, here we go. She's from Uganda. No, Nigeria. Right, my fault, Nigeria. That's where she's from. Check out, it's called Just the Color. Moni G.
We are one, just the color. SG Records. Every creed, every race has a place. Yeah. One nation, one people, we should live together. Whoa. No division, segregation amongst one another. Race the same, sex the same, stop discriminating. Yeah. One people, just the color, We are one people, just the color. One people, we are one people, just the color. We are one people, yeah, just the color.
It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. No. We were made in the image of God. When you bleed, we bleed the same. It doesn't matter your religion. Yeah. It doesn't matter your condition.
Stop the hate, congregate, demonstrate your love for one another. One people, yeah, just the color. We are one people. Just the color. One people. Just the color. We are one people. Just the color. Hey. Doesn't matter if you're black, doesn't matter if you're white, we are one in the eyes of God. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're from, we are one in the eyes of God. Hey. Doesn't matter if you're black, doesn't matter if you're white, we are one in the eyes of God. Yeah. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're from, we are one in the eyes of God. Oh oh, oh oh, oh 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 oh, oh oh, oh oh, oh 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 oh, yeah. Oh oh. Color. We are one people, just the color. One people, just the color. We are one people, just the color. One people, just the color. We are one people, just the color. One people, just the color. We are one people, just the color.
All right, we are back in the mix. That was Moni G. That's right, from Nigeria. All right, right now we're trying to get the YouTube to get us up here and get it ready to go. Look like YouTube is acting up. I gotta try to set it up. I should have somebody out here to let us know where we at. But I can't get Queen Mother Lois on it. I'm trying to get her on it now. Let's go this way. Let's see if I get you. I might have to get somebody out here to fix it because I see me, but I can't see her. All right, so let me see. Maybe she come this way. Okay, now we got a little bit more. Okay, I need to put this.
No, a little behind time.
Yeah, I need to put this. Okay, now. All right, so.
But on there we right?
Yeah, everything here right on YouTube. We are always right. There you go. So YouTube, we are right like crazy. Facebook, we right.
Is that Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay, and this is
Instagram.
Okay. The title of this is How France Loots Its Former Colonists. So Nate, you know what?
You're good, right?
You know what colonization means?
Colonization, okay.
It means like when you go to a country and you colonize it and make it under you.
Okay.
And this is what France, England, and all those different countries in Europe, all these people up here, came down here and divided up Africa for itself. You have some people over in Africa that speaks French.
Right.
Because they was taken over by France.
Oh, okay.
And then, some English and different languages. But anyway, New Guinea is right here. C-G-E-Y. Okay. Now, some people wonder why Africa, out of all the mineral rights they have and everything they have, why they are poor. I will tell you why. Okay, when Sékou Touré of Guinea decided in 1958, to get out of French colonial empire and opt for the country independence, the French colonial elite in Paris got so furious, and in a historic act of fury, the French administration in Guinea destroyed everything in the country which represented what they call the benefits of French colonization.
Now you're right.
They destroyed everything because when Africa said we want to be independent,
right,
they got angry. So 3,000 French left the country, taking all of their property and destroying anything which not could be moved. They destroyed schools, nurseries, public administration buildings were crumbled, cars, books, medicine, research institute, instruments, tractors were crushed and sabotaged, horses, cows, and the farms were killed, and food in the warehouses was burnt or poisoned.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's when the people in Africa said they wanted to be free. So that's what France did.
Okay.
To be such like a high-class country.
Right.
Now, France is not really known for anything they're producing. Do you know how they have money to live? It's because of money they're taking from Africa.
So mainly they're
not known for anything.
They know
like Saudi Arabia, they got oil and whatever like this.
Right.
France is really the only thing they're known for is the Eiffel Tower and the Mona Lisa.
That's it.
This is what they're known for. But they're not known as a company that's manufacturing things and stuff like this. So they're living off of African money.
Wow.
I mean, and it's most of the money. Africa have to give France 80% of their money.
That's a shame.
80%. Just before France conceded to African demands for independence in the 1960s, it carefully organized its former colonies in a system of compulsory solidarity, which consisted of obliging the 14 African states to put 65% of their foreign currency reserves into the French treasury, plus another 20% for financial liabilities. This means these 14 countries only have access to 15% of their own money. Only 15%.
That's crazy.
They got to give 80-something% to France first. This is what they've been doing every year since this happened. What year was it, Missy? What year did I say they got out of it? 1958. From 1958 to 2019,
So
they've been having to give France all their money. 80-something% of their money.
So right now they're giving France their money.
Yeah. They have to give them
From
their money first.
1958
Yeah, to now.
So now they're still giving money to them.
Yeah, yeah. We need to start a petition about this.
Yeah.
I'm going to read about, okay. This means the 14 African countries only have access to 15% of their own money. 15% out of 100%. If they need more money, they have to borrow their own money from the French at commercial rates, interest rates. If they want money to run their country, they have to borrow from France. But it's their money that they put up.
So they got borrowed from France.
Yeah.
And there you go. I see. Now they see on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy.
And they've been doing that since 1958. It's 14 African countries. See, like in America, it's the United States of America.
Right.
So all these countries.
It's Africa.
In Africa, everything is separate. It's a different country.
Different country. Everybody got different one.
Yeah, everyone is different. So we're going to talk more about that because we're going to talk about the African Free Union.
Right. That's crazy.
But these people have to borrow from France.
Their own money.
Their own money. At France interest rates.
It's like you go to the bank out here, you borrow off your own money, and then they're still paying back more fees.
Like I'm not able to have my money.
Right.
You got all my money. And then if I want something, I got to borrow from
pay you back.
Yeah. And you can set the interest rates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're paying the back.
France has the first, okay, this is the contract they set up from the sign. France has the first right to buy or reject any natural resources found in the land of France countries that they have colonized. Mm-hmm. Natural resources is diamonds, gold, oil, rubies, all this. They have the right of first refusal. If somebody else wants to buy something from Africa, they have to offer it to France first, and France have the first refusal.
Well, we need to do something about
what kind of contract is that they set up for the people?
What is the president doing of Africa?
He ain't doing anything because you're gonna find out they murder them when they try to say they're not gonna do it. I'm gonna read that to you about that. But France has the first right to buy or reject any natural resources found in the land of these countries. So even if the African countries can get a better price somewhere else, they can't sell it to anybody until France say it doesn't need the resources. Wow. This what kind of contract they signed to be free.
1958.
Yeah, to be free and to be independent. Mm-hmm. In the award of the government contracts, French companies must be considered first. Only after that can these countries look elsewhere. It doesn't matter if the CFA countries can obtain better value for the money elsewhere. I could sell it to somebody else and get better money.
Right.
But I can't do it because I got to give it to France first.
And they've been doing it since 1958.
This is what we need to have a petition started for France to release some people from this bad contract.
We got to.
This is a bad contract.
Yes, it is.
Presidents of CFA countries that have tried to leave the CFA zones have had political and financial pressure put on them by successive French presidents. And they were saying about one guy, as soon as he signed it, and he said he wasn't going to do it, they killed him. And every person that comes up who said they're not going to participate in this, they kill them or they have them killed. France sponsors the killings of this. Thus, these African states are French taxpayers. Even though they're in Africa, they're paying tax to France. They tax at a staggering rate, yet the citizens of these countries aren't French and don't have access to the public goods and services their money help pay for.
Oh, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The above is a summary of an article we came across in February issue of New African. It is a colonial pact. It is a colonial pact that set up in common currency for the French countries, which demands that each of the 14 member countries must deposit 65% plus another 20% for financial liabilities, making a dizzy total of 85% of their foreign exchange. There's held in reserve and operation account at the French Treasury in Paris. Paris is living off of African money. This is why Africa don't really have any money.
Yeah.
Even though, and it's been really hard to understand because I say they got all these minerals.
They got a lot of good stuff out there, but they ain't doing them because they signed that contract in 1958 to now.
Just to be free.
Just to be free. So what we need to do, we need to
be a petition started and go to the United Nations.
What is it called? More something? Petition? I think it's called. You could bring one up. I gotta look up.
Somebody need to start a petition and have everybody sign it because we should go to the United Nations because they're also doing Haiti the same way because they've been mad at Haiti ever since they chased the Napoleon, the France out of there. See, this is French. See, the Europeans are very greedy people because they came over to America and took everything from the Indians. It's something about their nature where they want everything you got. The European people, the Caucasians.
Just like United States.
Yeah, they just took everything from the Indians. And they don't even have a Indian month where they can teach people about Indian history.
No, they don't.
I've been doing a lot of research about the Indian people, and it's sad that they're not being taught their history.
No, that what was
probably destroyed a lot of it.
And what's so crazy about it, I watched this show. I don't watch TV that much, but only on the when I'm on daytime. I like to watch the old they call that Gunsmoke and all that. And I watched this show that day.
You said it was Gunsmoke?
Yeah, it was 1965. And this lady said, the young man asked, no, it was on Rifleman.
Okay.
That's right, Rifleman. So the son did something wrong. The son was smarter than the mother and the brother. And the mother was mad because her son got killed by the Rifleman for doing something wrong. Because the rifle, he challenged the Rifleman. And the son asked the mother, why do you hate us? And she said, because of, she said, I don't know why. And then he said, I don't understand that. I don't know why you hate us. And she goes, my pride. I got to keep my pride.
Her pride?
Yeah. That's why she hates him, because she got to keep her pride. But she don't know why she hates him, because this, that. I mean, it's 1965. The white woman was telling the white guy, the white little kid on Rifleman that. And I looked at her and said, ain't this crazy?
And the person who was asking, why do we hate, who was that person?
The little boy asking the mother, why you hate us?
Was it a black child?
No, the white boy.
White boy?
Yeah.
And he's asking the white woman, why you hate us?
Yeah, and she was, because she said she don't know why. She just hate because of her pride. She got to keep her pride. I couldn't believe it. I said, what the heck going on here? And then I watched another show on Gunsmoke. Then I realized, now that's the reason why they said they need to change the name of the Redskins.
Yes.
Because on that show, they hate the Indians.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, bad.
Do you know they call the Indians savages?
Yeah.
But look here. Why you want to call the Indians savages when you came to their country and took everything from them? So they ain't the one that's savages.
No.
They're trying to defend their country.
That's it.
And you calling them savages.
Yeah.
You're the one that's a savage.
Okay, we got, let me see. We have Bermuda Conference of 1884 and 1885.
Oh, the Berlin Conference.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I have the information about that. Is that from DNA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the Berlin's conference. That was something they signed. I have that over there.
Oh, okay.
So DNA, you be able to call in, but
Wait.
it's showing about.
You can't call it. Yeah, I just turned it off.
Oh, you turned what off?
The phone. Let
Oh,
me
why'd
see.
you cut it off?
Oh, let me get it back on. Okay,
Yeah.
it's back on now.
Okay, but I'm gonna still talk about the colonial pact that set
Okay.
up the common currency. Okay, the African nations therefore only have access to 15% of their own money for national development in any given year. Meaning, if they have to fix their roads or hospitals or
boy.
anything, they only have access to 15% of their money.
So we need to look up. We need to get a petition going. I know you go on more. Is it more something more? So I gotta look it up because I know you can go on there and write it out and then send it to everybody. So we're gonna start a petition on DNAradio.net, and soon it'll be up. I'm gonna look
For us to sign and someone go to the United Nations.
right and take it to them.
And maybe you can call in, but you be asleep with Madison coming on and calling about that.
Yeah, but I need to send it to him.
Yeah, listen.
Put on Twitter, put on
Yeah.
Insta, all that.
Yeah. If they need extra money besides 15%, as they always are, they have to borrow from their own 65% in French Treasury at commercial rates. And that is not all. There is a cap on the credit extended to each member country, equivalent to 20% of their public revenue in the preceding year. So if the countries need to borrow more than 20%, too bad. They cannot do it. They cannot borrow no more than 20% of their own money.
Crazy.
This is why they have nothing.
Yeah.
And they want to talk about them because if you watch CNN,
Mm-hmm.
all they do is show the people living in huts. They don't show people living in houses and, middle class people. Because see, like I watch African Church every Sunday on my YouTube. And the people are dressed just as nice or even nicer than they do up here because people over here got very casual and they dress well at the church.
Right.
But the Africans is, still dressing nice and everything. And so the French is investing the African money in its own name on the Paris Stock Exchange.
On the Paris stock and change?
Yes, the stock market.
Stock market, ain't that
They
something?
invest in African money in their name.
In their name. Like they took us off Facebook. Look like I don't see.
They have the ownership of natural resources because I was watching one of these ministers in Africa one Sunday. He said, it's very easy to find. He said, if you be digging up in the ground for to put a toilet in,
right.
He says, it's easy to find a big diamond. He said, but if you carry it to town and try to get it, sized up, find out what you got,
right,
they take it from you because you don't have the right to own it.
Ain't that something?
It's in your own yard.
Mm-hmm.
It's in your own yard. But France have the rights to all the natural resources that belong to Africa.
Wow. That's crazy. No, we can't get on. I don't know. I'm trying to find out why we're not on Facebook, but I can't find us now. And that's what I was looking for. Look like we must be off Facebook, and I don't know why they took us off. Because I don't see us on Facebook no more. We ain't playing no music, so why they took us off? Maybe because he's saying something that's positive.
Oh,
and that's how it looks, because I don't see us no more.
Mm.
So now I got to get up and check the Facebook and see what's going on. So hold on, people. We are on YouTube right now. Check us out on DNA Radio on YouTube. And
we talking about something very heavy duty.
Right. And we're on Instagram, so
yes.
I got to find out why I'm not on Facebook, because look, I was on earlier, now I can't. Look like they took us off Facebook because they don't want to hear what's really going on. So I'm going to get back on Instagram. Let me update Instagram, and yeah, there we go. We're back on Instagram now. So let me go find out what's going on with Facebook. So hold on for a minute, people. We're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Instagram is doing good. Yeah, got you good on Instagram. Got you good right there. That's perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. Somebody join Instagram too. Oh, my man. Let's see the okay. So now we're on Instagram. Facebook is back on, so let's see what's going on.
Okay, DNA, if you want to call in.
All right, anybody want to call in? You got the phone back on again. And it will be, the phone number is 909. Let me get the number. 909 352 0037. 352 0037 on, call us on 909-352-0037. We'll have the phone on for maybe 10 more minutes. It'll be 8 o'clock California time.
Can't stay on the whole time?
11 o'clock. We can stay on those time, no problem.
Yeah.
So we'll stay on until we get off. Okay, 909-352-0037. My man RC The Rock is watching us on Instagram, and I'm trying to get Instagram back like we had it. Let me see. Hey, I can't see me now.
They say France is quite desperate but active to keep a strong hold on its colonies, whatever the cost, no matter what. They said without Africa, France will slide down into the rank of a third world power if they didn't have African money.
And that's why we gotta get that petition out there, because they don't need to be living off no Africa people.
They say without Africa, France will have no history in the 21st century. They're living off of Africa's money.
They're living off. Oh, ain't that something?
And just starving the people of Africa. And what kind of contract? I mean, that's a bad contract.
Yeah.
You know how they say, like, you can't be forced to sign a contract under duress?
Yes.
Well, those people was put under duress when they wanted to be free.
Right.
And Africa said, oh, you want to be free, huh? Okay, you're going to pay us. France. Yeah, but you're going to pay us to be free. Africa has been under so much the past 400 years.
From 1958 to
1958.
now, they should have said, well, 1958 to maybe 1970, and that's it. And cut it. Get on out of here, France. But now they got them for all that time. No, we got to make a petition. People might not know about it. People haven't heard about it, but we're talking about it. And eventually, we'll pass it on to everybody else. So what we're going to do after the show, I will take you'll go to YouTube. You'll see us talking about it. You'll go to Instagram. You'll see us talking about it. You go on Facebook, on Andy Lee Facebook. You can see us talking about it. Instagram is DNAradio.net. And on YouTube. And then after the show, I'm going to take the what we're talking about that we record our vocals. I'm going to take it and send it to Twitter and YouTube. Twitter and Instagram and all that, where you can hear it, the whole show by MP3.
Okay, the financial situation of the newly independent Togo was very unstable. So in order to get out of the situation, Olympio, that was the leader, decided to get out of the French colonial money. So on January the 13th, 1963, 3 days after he started printing his country's own currency, he wanted to have his own money for his country instead of France's money.
Oh, France.
So but the person in Africa wanted to have their own money. Okay, a squad of illiterate soldiers backed by France killed the first elected president of the newly independent Africa. That's how fast he killed them. Because he wanted to print African money.
Ain't that something?
And they say Olympia was killed by ex-French foreign legionnaires, armor surgeon, who's supposed to receive the bounty of $612 from the local French embassy for the hitman job. They paid him $612.
$612. Ain't that something?
And they said the first president, as they say, on June 30th, 1962, the first president of the Republic of Mali decided to withdraw from the French colonial currency, which was imposed on 12 newly independent African countries. For the Malian president, who was leaning more of a socialist economy, it was clear that the colonization pact with France was a trap. On November 1968, like Olympio, Keita was the victim of a coup carried out by another French foreign legionnaire. In fact, during that turbulent period of African fighting to liberate itself from Europe, France will repeatedly use many of its extraordinaires to carry out coups against each elected president.
So every time I have a president, France
Every time they got a
him.
new president, they killed him.
boy, we gotta do something about this, people. That's ridiculous. So we are on Facebook. I just see Anthony.
Maybe that's why Idi Amin acted like he did.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I mean, all that crazy stuff was going on. We didn't know that.
No. Now we know.
I didn't know that
Now
France had control of African money. I just found out this past month.
Ain't that something?
And I just never could understand why the country is so poor and they got more minerals and jewels and
everything
oil than anybody.
Everybody. And they
but
do that.
France put them like it's like you go into the loan company and just put like a noose around your neck.
So just like United States.
Yeah.
Outrageous. God. So you can see us on Facebook. I just got a report from the corporate office, Facebook and YouTube right now.
They say, in fact, during the last 50 years, a total of 67 coups happened in 26 countries in Africa. 16 of those countries are French ex-colonists. Okay, that's what's going on
in Africa.
In Africa.
So you need to check us
out. With the countries that was colonized.
We had a show on. This is what we are in May 1st. Oh yeah, this is May 1st. No, April. I mean June 1st.
Yeah,
June 1st. So in May we had another one we talked about. That talked about China taking over Africa.
Yes.
So after this show, you go back and go to Queen Mother Lois, and check her out, and make sure you're subscribed. The more y'all people subscribe, and we get more hits, we will stay on air. So make sure you're subscribed on the Queen Mother Lois show.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about the fish problem we having over there in Africa.
Oh man.
Okay.
A lot of stuff going on.
The tilapia fish.
Oh man, I'll be eating that too. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
I'll be eating that
they say it come from China.
Ain't that something? I gotta leave that fish alone.
Look, this was going on. Okay. Over there in Africa, the fishermen go out every day. That's in Kenya, and they go fishing. Mm-hmm. And the people buy the fish.
Right.
China decided they was going to bring their fish over. Huh. So they offered, the Africans are paying like $7, they call like money over there, rand or francs, whatever like that. Okay, Africa was charging 7 rands or whatever. They call that money over there for their fish.
Right.
China came in and bought the tilapia fish, and they selling it for $5. So the Kenyan fishermen, they're losing their jobs because they can't sell the fish.
Right.
So
an African fish, our African fish is good. Chinese fish is terrible because they're killing people.
Yeah. Okay, this is what happened. It's just terrible how Chinese is doing so many crazy things over there. Chinese imports of tilapia, the most popular fish in Kenya, sells for around 2 kilograms compared with 3 per kilogram for local fish. And imports dates back to around 2013. I never heard of tilapia fish until I came to California, till I think in the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. They say it's man-made. I don't know. The imported fish are cheaper and smaller, so you can get fish at wholesale prices as low as $1, 1 kilogram. And so what happened is the people over there in Kenya, they're losing their jobs. So the president decided he was going to ban that fish from coming there so the Kenyan people could have a job.
Right.
And while the president ban has not been made into law, but he said, while we have good trade relations with China, we must act to protect the interests of our people. If it is fish from China that is causing misery to our fishermen, we will creatively impose conditions to stop their exports to safeguard the local industry. So they want to stop that fish from coming in.
They need to stop
so people can have the job.
They need to stop it. It's ridiculous, man. And France is supposed to be trying to run Africa. They should jump on it too. You taking the money, jump on it too. You and China should be going at it.
So this is Kenya. Kenya probably is somewhere up in there. I gotta find.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but while the president ban has not been made into law, but they have been warning the Chinese about it, and the Chinese people are very angry about it. They're very angry
So what?
because
it ain't your place. You need
they want the people to buy their fish.
No, we ain't buying your fish. Just
Yeah.
like you come here to the United States, you wanted to buy your stuff in these. You put your Chinese restaurants in the Bronx. You put your Chinese restaurant in Manhattan, and think we supposed to eat all your food and you're talking us like we dogs.
Okay, so this is what China's doing now. Since China's arguing about the fish, they decided they was going to send their trawlers over. That's like a big ship.
Mhm.
Now they out there with this big old ship, with this big old wide net off of African coast, getting up all the fish. And the people over there in Africa and Kenya don't have many fish they can get anymore because these African trawlers, it's a big old ship. I seen it on television the other day.
Oh boy. I tell
They
you.
came over to African waters to take the African fish from them people. A lot of those people are low income. They don't have any money, so at least they can have meat
Right.
from fish. And China then came over there is taking their fish.
I mean, it's amazing.
They're doing everything to Africa.
Everybody just hate us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. They want us to use.
They just want to rob us.
They want us to borrow. They want us to spend our money on them. They want us to buy their stupid hair, and like it's their hair, and it ain't their hair. And now they want to take our fish. Man, like I said, if you don't like us, leave us the hell alone.
They say funding for the next
It's a
phase.
shame. It's amazing.
Now China probably doing a railroad over there. They say funding for the next phase of the Standard Gauge Railway could be in jeopardy after China did threaten to impose trade sanctions on Kenya in retaliation against a ban on the Chinese fish. So they're going to go to Africa and say, we're going to fix this, we're going to fix this. And now if they get mad, they're going to say, well, we ain't going to fix it, we're going to stop. So this is the trail. That's when you're putting all your eggs in one basket with one person.
Yeah.
That's what Africans do. They're putting all their eggs in one basket, depending on one country to do stuff.
So what is France doing for them? Nothing. Taking their money ain't doing
We're
nothing.
still talking about France.
You know, we have somebody join on Instagram. That was Mr. Wayne. What's up, my man Wayne from the Wiz and Charm show.
Okay. The acting ambassador revealed that the embassy received a letter of cancellation of applications for importation of Chinese fish. Acting Director General of Kenya Fisheries indicated that all applications would not be approved for next year. This is to notify you that all fish import applications for Oreo, Chromis, tilapia will not be approved in the country with effect from January 1st, 2019. The cancellation of the application was a result of the directory about finding a way to curb the influx of fish from China. So they're just trying to, there's so much going on right now.
I see.
And so we do have the African Union to talk about also.
Okay.
I don't know how much more time we have, but it's just, Africa have to fight for everything. Everything they want to have. I want to also talk about some good news we have in Africa. It's dealing with Rwanda. This is where your son asked me a question about Rwanda last month. And I was asking him why. I asked him today, why did you? Because that was before his time. They know that movie with Don Cheadle?
Right.
Hotel Rwanda? It was the Tutsis and the Hutus. And they was killing each other.
There you go.
The Hutus and the Tutsis. They call it ethnic cleansing. Now, this is dealing with colonial time. They turned the people against each different tribe and stuff and divided them where they would think like one tribe is no good or better than them, so they hated them. Like they did during slavery time, you know, about the field person and the house person, right. Okay, and the color and the greater hair, it makes you hate each other, you know.
Right.
Well, this is what they did with the tribes in Africa. They want them divided So they made them hate each other, and that's why they've been fighting each other all these years and all this crazy stuff. So anyway, since they had this big thing happen in Rwanda, they have tied up their city. If you type in on your computer, Rwanda, Rwanda, you will see it's one of the cleanest cities in the world, not just in Africa. The president or the mayor of that city, he have the people go out and clean up the city. They have to go out there. They say they don't have no litter there at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's the job of every person that live in the city to go clean up the city.
Right.
I think it's 2 days out the month. They have to go out there,
Clean
and
the
there's a
city.
fine if they don't do it. At 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning in April, people are sweeping the hilly streets of Kigali, the capital of Rwanda, with straw brooms and picking up stray bits of litter. The roads are empty of cars, and all vehicles and shops are shuttered here and across the country. This is Umaganda, a community cleanup held on last Saturday of every month. It's one reason that Rwanda is renowned in Africa for its cleanliness. It's not a volunteer project. Police monitor the streets and can stop Rwandans who aren't participating and make them clean up on the spot. If you see you walking down the street and you're not doing no work, the police can stop you. Rwandans who don't participate in the cleanup can be fined 5,000 francs. Well, they say it's nearly $6. They say it's not a small sum when your average income is on $150 a month.
Right.
The name of the event is called Kiriwanda, that translates as coming together for a common person. So they just want to have a beautiful city.
Right.
And I went on the internet and seen it. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's clean. It's no litter. And the guy, he was showing it on television last week. And he was sitting back on the side of a gutter to eat. And he showed the gutter was clean, like this bungo hole down the side of the road.
Right.
And he asked the guy who was working there, he said, how often do you clean the gutters? He said, 5 times a day.
Wow.
He said, we have to keep it clean. We can't have no litter in our city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the city is sparkling clean.
They're going to do that here.
I mean, it's beautiful. And then they have one day out the month, they have a car-free day.
A car-free day?
Yeah, from 5:30 to 10:30, no cars can drive.
Oh, wow.
Because they want you to get out and walk.
Exercise.
Yeah. The mayor of that city, he wants you to be physical fit.
Right.
So this is what he's doing for his, I mean, that's wonderful what's going on in Rwanda.
That's real good.
I mean, this was a city where 1 million people were murdered.
Yeah.
Between those two rival tribes.
Good. See the people walking now.
Yeah. Yeah. The people have to get out and walk. He wants them to walk. He wants them to be fit.
They got to.
Yeah. You never heard of a mayor doing that kind of stuff.
No.
And insisting that the street be clean and stuff like that.
That's a good thing to do.
I want you to see it on your tablet.
So they got to look it up on the
Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Yes. Kigali is the city. And it's called the cleanest city, they say, like in the world. It's a beautiful. So DNA, are you listening to what is it then?
Okay, he said, let's see.
Oh, like the bloods and the red colors and the yeah. Yes, I will be reading about the Berlin conference next month. I do have it, but I don't know how much time we have left. Also, just like the blood red colors and the cribs, blue colors fighting each other. Here in the US, right? It's just like
United
that.
States.
Yeah, it's just like that.
All right, people. Look like we have to head on out in a few minutes. As time goes so fast when you're having fun. So don't forget to check on Queen Mother Lois and subscribe on her YouTube. We are on YouTube right now, and you can subscribe on YouTube. We are on Facebook. Join in. Don't be ashamed. Some people don't want to call in. Need to call in and learn your history, or follow us on Facebook, or follow us on Instagram, and I go hit you back up.
We have to get a petition together to get those cities that's under countries that's under France colonization. We have to get them free from that bad contract because that could last the rest of their life.
Yeah, we gotta get them out there.
It's been going since 58.
58.
And so 58. So how many years?
78, 98, 2008.
Almost 70 years,
Yeah.
huh? And it could continue on
50
because
almost 50 something years.
Yeah, it's more than 50.
Yeah, you got 58, 68, 78, 88.
Okay, 58 to
98.
108 would make 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they.
So I mean, like, it seemed like it's no end to this bad law.
And we gotta make it end. Gotta make it end.
So we gotta.
They kill every president that they get because they don't want the president to take it, so they kill them.
So someone has got to start a petition and put it online for us to sign for France to be free. Because I will also be talking about Haiti, because of Haiti wanting their freedom, they've also been punished.
So we gotta talk about.
And they have to pay. They have to pay their taxes to France too.
Wow.
And Haiti is poor. You know, the people over there make mud cakes. They don't have food. I mean, the people in Haiti is making mud cakes to eat.
Mud cakes. Regular mud.
Yeah, mud cakes. I see it on, like the
wow.
The preachers that go down there. Mm-hmm. They showing the children how they be out finding twigs and stuff.
That's a shame.
So they can sell,
That's a real shame. We got to do that then. So anybody out there know how to make petitions up, let us know. Send it to DNAradio.net or send it to Andy Lee or send it to the Facebook, Andy Lee, or you can send it to a free airplay at gmail.net.
Oh, here it is right here. He said, run your own online petition for a cause you care about. See right there?
Yeah, I see. Run your own online petition for cause you care about.
Yes, we got to do that to help.
Okay, so we need to make a petition like that.
Because there's got to be an end to this. This cannot continue.
Right there, position.
HTTP petitions move on or whatever.
Yeah, we got to go. Okay, so we might be hooking up ourselves.
So is this him down there saying say something?
Right here.
Okay, I read that. But what's this done?
Well, we got to tell him so he needs to, let's start it off. The corporate office is hitting us up. So the corporate office, after we get off air, we will start working on one. So let's get together, Andy Lee, DNAradio.net in New York City. We will work on one and get it out there before Monday.
Because that's our motherland.
Right.
We have to free Africa.
Also, he said something.
Petition movement. That's another one.
Yeah, petition movement.
Mm-hmm. Will you be able to keep it on there? Because we're going to have to write that down.
Yeah, I can stay on there on the Instagram. You can write that down.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they got one that says.
He said attach the message. Or change or petition. He got another one.
Okay, but I'm going to write down petition movement.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to help. As your friend Madison say, what you gonna do about it?
That's right.
So we never knew this because CNN do not tell us.
Don't tell us nothing.
News about Africa. They just show people living in huts, like everybody's in a hut. No, people be living in houses and things. Mm-hmm. And I get very angry about that because they don't show true Africa as it is now.
Right.
Not everybody is dirt poor. I mean, we have slums right here, right over here in LA. Mm-hmm. I mean, people living on the streets.
Man, crazy too.
But that don't represent the whole LA.
No.
But that's how they try to represent Africa, is everybody living in a hut.
Right.
No, they have beautiful homes there. Because if you want to see some beautiful homes, pull up Rwanda and look at the city. They're building a new city on the hill, they call it. Mm-hmm. They call it the City of Hills. I'm going to show it to you also, Nate, because I want you to see how pretty the city is.
Write that down.
It was
this right here. So I think this is a question he's saying, and we write this down, petition.
Petition, move on. Okay, you can go and talk.
Okay, party people, but we're going to head off the show. And my show, the Independent Playlist, is You think I might have to take a little break off that show today. Might take a little break. I've been up all morning doing a lot of stuff and I'm kind of tired. So my show might not be coming on tonight. The independent playlist might do it starting next week. You might hear me on independent playlist next week. Today I'm kind of been up all night working on some projects, and we got other projects we're doing here, plus project I'm at my house. So I will be taking off today on the independent playlist. So independent playlist, anybody got independent artists that's out there, just send me your music at freeairplay@gmail.com. Free play MP3 at freeairplay@gmail.com. And you send your bio and your picture. Okay? Clean version and your dirty version. I keep the clean, the corporate office keep the dirty. So that's how we're gonna do it. Independent. If you're independent, I will play. If you're not independent, still send it, but won't be playing on Saturday at all. I only play independent artists. That means you are not signed with a major label. So I'm gonna head on. We're gonna head on out of here. But I was talking about one thing too. That next week we'll talk about Lyft, and that's the car company Lyft, and tell you what they doing to people that trying to rent their cars and they treat them like trash. So we'll be talking about that next week. Okay, and then we'll talk about
we have a lot to talk about
a lot.
because I didn't get through everything. So
Yeah, time be gone.
Because I will be talking about African trade union because
must read something. Let's see what must read what. Oh,
I don't know.
I got.
But I will be speaking next week about the free union in Africa because they want to make it one Africa. They want to make it where a person can go across each country without needing a passport. Like in the United States, you can go anywhere you wanna.
Right.
Over here, you can only go one country at a time. If you want to go to the next country,
you got a passport.
You need a passport. See, this is not united.
Right.
America is United States of America. These are each separate countries. So a person can't afford all of them passports.
Right.
So they want to make this one Africa.
But I think if they make one Africa, we should own it.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
So we need to put.
And they want them to trade among themselves, because what they're saying is in Africa, they trade 70% with Europe.
Right.
They only trade 12% among themselves.
Yeah, so we
12%. Do you hear me?
What we need to do, if they want to do that, we need to put a petition out real quick and tell them this is what we want. You want to do that? We need to own it. Take France out of there.
You know what? Who's trying to get into it? Neptune Tahu. They got from Israel. He's trying to be part of Africa Trade Union. Okay, Africa Trade Union is supposed to be for the Africans.
That's what I said.
He's good friends with your friend, on Cheeto.
On Cheeto Slick.
Yeah.
Slick, Mr. Slick.
And he's paying, look here. He's telling the Africans who are in Israel, if they don't get out, he's gonna put them in jail. But then he went to the African Trade Union and made a speech about he loved Africa.
Yep.
Even though at the same time
he want to lock them up.
He's putting them in jail. And the Falashas, the Ethiopians he took over there, they protested against the way they're being treated.
Right.
Because when they took them over there to Israel, they gave them shots.
They got United States of Africa.
And them shots sterilized them, where they couldn't have any more babies once they got to Israel.
Wow.
That unknowingly they gave them shots.
Yeah.
They sterilized them.
They said one Africa, the United States of Africa, then they said one Africa, one land.
Yes.
So we need to do that because anybody.
That's what we'll be talking about next week.
Right.
We'll be talking about
month.
one Africa.
Next month.
Yes, next month.
So anybody who's going to that summit out there in Africa in August, they need to bring it up. What's going on out there in Africa too?
Yeah, they're gonna bring it back.
Yeah.
Because John Sally said he had went there and he seen that the Chinese is buying up all the land.
Yeah, he need to go. Yeah, so
yeah.
We need to go. When they go there, they need to talk about it.
Here.
They need to talk about it.
Yes.
So people, I will not be on air after this.
Today.
Today. The independent playlist will be played next week. I have to take a break because I've been up doing a lot of stuff in my house and setting up something for my wife. She got her own business going on now too, so I have to set her office up. So I will be off tonight, and just stay tuned for DJ NyQuil's show from Tassassas, Florida. So get with me next week to hear all the new artists. We'll be playing it next week.
And I thank everybody for listening to our show. We really appreciate you taking a moment out and tell your friends. And if you have people who are going to college and they're studying history, tell them to tune into our show.
Right.
And they can hear the history. They're not being taught in school.
That's right.
Because we're giving you the real history.
The real deal.
That's right.
The real deal.
You're not hearing about it on CNN.
No, at all. And then this is what the real deal is, because we're going to play the last song, the last thing that my man, our drop that Warbuck said. So remember to subscribe, right?
That's right.
Subscribe. Okay, all you out there in the world, thank you for listening. We have a bunch of people on Facebook following us. And don't forget, every first Saturday of the month, you will have Check the Drop.
DNAradio.net presents the Queen Mother Lois Show, live from Los Angeles, California. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. Every first Saturday of every month with her co-host, Nate Ski, 225. Queen Mother Lois speaks about the real Black history from yesterday to the present. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. With Queen Mother Lois, get educated. Know your history. Know your truth. Queen Mother Lois is on you. Huh?
Thank you.
All right.
And good night.
Peace.
Toodaloo.